Previously on Hella Dope Toys,
we have the Mega Powers. We have YoJoeJerk and Toy Gains joining us.
I can't be me without seeing at least one familiar fucking face in the crowd.
They gave me a platform that helped me garner a lot of fans, and I'll always be indebted to them.
What's up, guys? My name is Ted Darklaw, and with me, as always, is the Black Knight. We are the co-owners of Hella Dope Toys, HellaDopeToys.com, and this show is Hella Dope. Aaron,
what up, man?
How the hell are you doing?
Bruh.
I
was telling our guests before you came back.
For
those that were not part of the 36-hour extravaganza with toys, 1 a.m. in the morning when you had to be at work at 7, woo boy, that kicked my ass pretty hard. I slept for 12 hours, and then now my sleep schedule's so off. I'm tired, but I'm awake, but I'm tired, and I want to go to bed, but I'm awake.
Yeah, you should be used to that, though, right?
No,
that's how your job works anyway.
I haven't slept 12 hours, dude, since we were like in our 18, 20 years old, bro. If I get 6 hours of sleep, it's a golden day. If I get 8 hours of sleep, it's a great day. 4 more hours, you done fucked me up.
Yeah, so I thought you were going to bail because I was going to stay up until 1 a.m. and then my wife went to bed and I said, I'm fucking old and I'm not going to fucking make it. So I was like, well, I'll just sleep until the show starts. So that's what I did. And then I saw your message. You're like, I'm not going to fucking make it. I'm like, oh, this bitch, she's fucking backing out. But then I see her on the fucking stream. I tuned in after I got up and got situated. I'm like, oh, he's already fucking there.
Well, no, because we were sitting upstairs and I'm like, man, I'm so tired, dude. I was about to go to bed. And then, I invited the wife down and she was sitting over here at her desk. And I'm like, well, shit, since we're already down here. And he was like, if anybody that wants to come on, just come on anyways. I'm like, well, might as well try and stay awake. So I just hopped in. And the rest became history.
Yeah, no, it was good, though. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. And then I went to sleep for 2 more hours. And I went back up and went to work. I planned that poorly, but I was fine. Yes. I was fine. Still went out boozing with wifey last night. Stayed up way too late last night.
Nope.
Got super, super drunk. Woke up this morning. said I should not do that anymore. But
I went to bed at like 9:30 because I wanted to watch, the fight last night. And
was there a fucking fight last night? I got too drunk and missed the fight.
Yeah, 308 was last night.
Son of a bit. No, it was not.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me? I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
passed the fuck out. I was gone. I was asleep.
I gotta stop drinking on Saturday nights because even if the fucking fight was on, we all know I would have fallen asleep on the couch, beer,
right for the main event.
pour it in my lap, and I would have woken up, wet crotch, pissed off, missed all the fights.
Yep.
Well, we have some guests tonight. I don't want to keep them waiting, but we got to do some housekeeping real quick, and that means it's time for Ted Darklaw to shill his shit.
You still like a little catchy video.
Yeah, we do need a catchy video for that. So if you guys are not aware, at HellaDopeToys.com, Aaron and we threw together a massive clearance. It's a, get this shit out of here so we can have some fucking room again. This is all the fucking peg warmers, all the fucking shit Aaron bought 20 cases of that doesn't fucking move.
Sure
Man, we fucking priced this shit to get the fuck out. And we've still just been adding stuff. Something sells out and we're sitting there staring at something like, you know what? This can go up too. Like, it's almost half the store. Almost half the store, Aaron.
And if it didn't arrive in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And there's good stuff that is in stock as well. So, go check out the clearance section. Get an early load up on Christmas. And, like, oh, this shit's old. It went on clearance at Target forever ago. I know. That's why it's there now. Fucking customize something or, whatever. And then, we
on sale.
Yes, Dave did tell me I could use that and I forgot. And also this chat is blowing up. There's no fucking way I'm keeping up with this tonight. Then, we can't put Four Horsemen stuff on sale, but we can put Hella Dope on sale. So right now, any in-stock Four Horsemen figure that you buy between now and October 31st, 5 people are going to be entered to win a $25 Hella Dope gift card. All you gotta do is just fucking buy it. And Aaron, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not much of a cosmics guy, but I said, you know what? I gotta fuck around and find out. And I opened this motherfucker, and I know Ninja shit on Four Horsemen for articulation purposes. Dude, the amount of fucking poses I can get this guy in is incredible. Like, I've actually had a lot of fun with him. So this is available right now. I don't remember his fucking name. This box is in my trash can over here. Who the fuck is this? Maybe I should know what I'm fucking selling.
Dude, it's probably a good idea.
This is the Tusk Pilot. Nice shiny red. I don't like the head that comes with it because it doesn't go with the rest of the red. But still, really sweet ass figure. Go to Hella Dope Toys and buy something. But Aaron, we have guests tonight, dude.
We do. We should bring them on.
This is our October guests. So we invited 2 fellas on. They are both YouTubers, reviewers, content creators in their own right. And then combined, they formed the Mega Powers podcast. And within a few short months, Aaron, they went from like 0 to literally 100. Like hundreds of people watch their show every Monday night and every Thursday night. They've built up a massive following in a very short amount of time. And I want to fucking talk to them all about how they did that so I can steal that from them. That's what we're going to do, Aaron. That's the only reason why they're here. We're stealing from them. So at this time, I would like to welcome YoJoeJerk and Toy Gains. Welcome, fellas.
Cheers.
How the hell are you doing?
Cheers to theft.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, you guys weren't supposed to hear that part. I thought the backstage was soundproof.
That was a very great opening. That was fun. I was pumped in the back room. Pumped. I felt like I was Apollo. Yeah, I was
getting the fist right.
Metal boxing back there.
That's
Hell
awesome. Yeah. Well, we are excited to have you here, and apparently, the chat is just blowing up for you guys to the point where I just quit starring shit.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I try my best when we're live, but like I'm no good at that. So,
Yeah. So
that's why we got Skelly to do it. And on
That's so
Mondays we
smart.
have Zakanin help. It's just
hold on.
I
This
I
is
don't
shit
want to.
we're stealing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to break conversation. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like we're flowing. I don't want to break it, but I love everybody that's there. So, we try to get to everything, but it is impossible once it's just like a waterfall. You're just like, fuck, I gotta talk and do this shit at the same time and run banners and keep the show going. And yeah, it's crazy shit.
Well, we are gonna try to say hi to them in a little bit. And chat, I apologize. We will take limited chat breaks. So if you have a legitimate question, we're gonna make sure to try to start that for our guests, so you can ask questions to them. But we're not gonna go as buck wild as what we normally do. But with that, my watch says at this time I am supposed to ask my brother from another mother, Aaron.
Yes.
What you sipping on?
Well, funny you say that. I want to bring this up real quick. That will lead into the what I am sipping on.
Okay.
Our good friends, Blue Serendipity and B Conley, had joined us for a lovely chat, and we have founded the Still Reserves. So with Blue, thank you for that $4.99 super. Enjoy her cherry slush Still Reserve. I whipped up the lemon ice.
Nice.
So I am enjoying a nice cold frothy. And it does have water in this, by the way.
No, perfect. Stay hydrated
all day, every day.
Your wife will be happy.
No, she won't.
She won't. She won't.
Well, Mr. Darkclaw, it's unfair for me to let people know what I'm drinking. We must know, how much water are you sipping on today?
Dude, this is a little embarrassing because I'm literally surrounded by drinks. I almost have too many fucking beverages in front of me. In my trusty Hella Dope mug, I am finishing off the last of the coffee that helped me stay awake and reminded me that I needed to be here on this show. But outside of that, our sponsor, Saratoga, who pays us nothing but gets nothing but wonderful advertisement from me, even though everybody in the chat shits on it. Saratoga's here. Then I gotta stay hydrated, man. I got some smart water because you shit all over my Fiji water last week, so I had to switch it up. And then to get me through the rest of the show, my wife likes buying me weird ass fucking coffee, and she's been buying me this Black Rifle stuff because one of them, it has a fucking Sasquatch on it. It's fucking sweet. So I have a salty espresso or so. I don't know. This probably tastes like ass and it'll give me the shits, but
are you doing this
out of my butt?
Are you doing this show from a toilet? Are you sitting on a fucking
yes
I gotta do that. That's how
his chair is actually a toilet. It does flush.
Just hit you.
We're stealing that from you, man.
That's why he never really leaves streams. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go right here.
That's a lot, man.
No, but halfway through the show, I am gonna fucking leave and shit or piss myself.
Yeah,
One of the two is gonna happen. Aaron, we have guests, and I have to ask you fine gentlemen, the mega powers, Toy Gains and YoJoeJerk, what are y'all sipping on? Gains, you're below me. You can go first.
I found a gentleman on Craigslist who makes genuine vampire piss. No, this is Blue Moon. Nothing too fancy, but it's tasty. Gets the mind right. Yeah,
like vampire piss is like that. Give me like,
yeah. I was like, I'm listening.
No, I was gonna give you the full screen.
I got a guy local.
Yeah,
Newburgh's a fucking place.
No, but I love some good Blue Moon, man.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll get fancy. I put a little orange in there.
Of course, we've all done that.
I mean, if I don't have that, then I slide over to what's the other one? It's like Blue Moon, but it's a knockoff. I can't think of what it is right now. It'll come to me later. Yeah, Blue Moon's good.
Yeah, I like getting my little drink on jerk. I know what's in that.
Maxwell House's finest, baby. I'm boring as fuck, man. Like, it's just Maxwell House coffee. I used to drink fancy coffee, and you know what? Maxwell House like medium roast is good shit.
There you go.
And it's always on fucking sale. So.
Right.
There you go.
Do you drink it straight up, or do you you add a little something?
I indulge in just a little bit of cream. So
just a little bit.
Little creme.
Just a little. So.
The creme de la creme.
But in the mornings, it's like straight black. So, when I get home, it's, treat myself.
Yeah. Well, never feel bad about what you bring to the Hella Dope show because, our third or fourth guest ever brought Alka-Seltzer. He was like, "Oh, I'm sipping on Alka-Seltzer," and I'm like, "The fuck, dude."
Sipping on
my noise.
No, we've gotten a wide variety of drinks on this show, which is why we stick going now.
Well, if I can be king of the vanilla drinks, I'm there, baby.
I'd like to think that the more tipsy I get, I add a little more to my brand, which is just being, offensive as possible.
I just hit the airplane before we start. I get my paper bag and let it rip like just now.
I mean, I want to show everyone it's like truth serum. So the more I drink, the more wacky shit I'm going to say, but it's usually things I mean. So it is what it is,
Yeah, absolutely. That's
why I had to stop drinking on stream.
You got to get loose.
24 ounces at 8%, baby. You know what's going to be on by 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which is why we end our show before 11 o'clock.
I tried stand-up comedy just once, and I effing bombs. And in my head, I thought I was funny stuff. Like I used to.
You thought you were killing it. You thought you were fucking Eddie Murphy.
Well, I had the red jacket on.
Yeah, you had your jumpsuit on.
Because I used to go to the gym and I had all these funny gym stories, and I've told them before, and people have laughed. Maybe they're just being kind to me. But someone told me the key is if you like to drink, have a few shots, and go in there, you'll just let loose. I went up there sober. And it just was. I didn't feel myself.
Good idea. That's
No,
not a good idea.
Yeah. So
I never tried it, but I'm still a writer, so I write shit. You know what I mean? So
it's brutal.
Comedy. Yeah. So.
Well, I agree. Being sober sucks. No offense to the straight edgers out there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from my personal experience.
Yeah.
Being sober. No, I'll wake up at 8 and. let's just fucking go and see where the day takes me. But
hold on. Ken over here saying he's drinking that hard stuff, that caffeine free Coke Zero.
Oh baby, I was drinking all day, Ken.
Partying all night, baby.
I was drinking that. I love Coke Zero. I was drinking that all day, watching the Jets get their ass kicked, which is very funny.
See, it's whenever you watch the fuckers, they lose. Stop
I don't like the Jets.
Okay, then there you go. It all worked out perfectly.
Watch more Jets games then. Shit,
I've been watching the Yankees lose, the Jets lose. It's good times.
Yeah. All right, well, they're in the World Series now. So it's okay.
Yes.
Aaron, let's very quickly say hello to the chat, and then I know we missed a few. So if you're out there and we missed you, I very much apologize. We do see you.
Feel our love. We love you all in the chat.
And we're gonna highlight like questions, but we probably won't take as many chat breaks as what we normally take. So just because we got a lot to go through. So Aaron, let's say hello to our friends out there in Hella Dope Land.
Well, of course, we got to start out with the first comment of the day. And guess who it's not? It is not Roll Keeper or Chester Screamer today. It is Stacy Hatch with the hey, Hella Dope. So, hey, Stacy, good to see you.
Cheers.
But follow quickly behind. Roll Keeper did get in there. With the Hella Dopers. Let's get raw. YoJoeJerk Gains.
I like it, baby.
I heard. Don't worry.
Yeah, Roll Keeper's great. We always see him in chat.
Oh, yeah. Trust the Screamer, what's up and happy dope day. Just put up my review for Jada Mega Man that Ted sent me.
Ooh, that figure is so much fun.
I still haven't messed around with it yet.
They're fun. They're stupidly fun. Like that's not up my alley at all. And I got one because Gaines showed me how nice they were. Now I fuck with it all the time. Like it's on my desk all the time.
No, my desk toys now currently still remain to be Super 7 Biggie and these 1/18th figures. I just can't stop messing with them. They are currently going to war with Biggie right now.
Yeah.
Which 1/18 scale figures? The Joy Toy ones, or
I've got 2 of the Joy Toys and 2 of the Delta 17s.
those things are phenomenal. Like anybody who has not seen a Joy Toy in hand, like buy one because they are like the value is like insane. They're painted like miniatures. Like if you ever met a guy who like painted Warhammer miniatures, like where you were like, fuck, I could never do that ever if my life depended on it. Like every Joy Toy like that I saw from the Warhammer line is painted like that.
Yeah.
Like they're unbelievable. So
And just they might be $15 on the store right now. I don't know. Maybe
maybe I
who
just
knows?
I just lined that up beautifully.
I know.
No, seriously, everyone try one. I tried the
Yeah.
feudal Japan ones, like the little kung fu guys, and they're awesome. Like the little drunken guy, like he comes with a million accessories. Like paint is, I think they are probably the best paint in the game. Like seriously, like I've never seen anything like it's painted like a miniature. So
yeah, I mean they come with like extra hands, weapons, like a stand it stands on. Like these are. I wish I would have gotten into these a lot sooner than I did because man, these things are awesome. Like the articulation for 1/18 are very impressive.
Yeah,
Aaron, are you a Biggie fan or you just like that toy?
Oh no, my brother.
Biggie's the greatest.
You can't live through the 90s.
Well, can I ask a simple? I don't want to derail this into a music show, but
derail away. This is what we do.
So these 2 albums came out within 6 months of one another, and that is Ready to Die and Illmatic. Which one?
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about 2 Biggie albums. Like, no.
I'm like, first of all, Gage, you're wrong.
Right, I was getting ready to jump down your throat on that one.
I think Illmatic came out first, and then Ready to Die was a few months later.
So you're asking what's better?
What if you not which better? Which if you had
which
to
one's your favorite?
One. You had to keep one. And
if
that's
you
it.
had to break them apart,
Froggy Fresh is going to be mad at us.
Okay.
Oh man. Well, no, he's gonna probably even be mad at you. Like, I liked Ready to Die. Don't get me wrong. A lot of songs that kind of like really molded like
good times.
Me. But Nas's Illmatic, hands down, was. I mean, you had banger after banger on that album, and it could not have been stopped.
Correct.
Now, once Life or Death came out, sorry, bro.
That's a fun one.
That took the cake.
No,
I have to say Illmatic.
Yeah, Froggy Fresh is never going to join this show because Froggy Fresh's favorite album is Illmatic. And, I was never so much a Nas guy.
Really?
And Ready to Die, Biggie, what I loved about Biggie was I could sit there and drive, white boy driving around the rich white neighborhood, blasting my fucking Biggie. But he told this story, and while I'm driving, it's like literally a book in my head. He explains every single fucking detail, and I don't know. It's a beautiful album. That's my opinion.
Someone can come fight me. Love the album. If you had to if you put a gun in my head and said pick one of these albums, I have to go to Illmatic.
All right, I agree. I like Illmatic because there's a lot of different producers on Illmatic. I think there's Q-Tip and Large Professor, and there's like 5 others. So it's almost like every song has its own producer, and it has its own vibe. And I think Ready to Die was a lot of this guy called P. Diddy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of P. Diddy.
He bought like a lube factory or something like that. He's the owner of 1,100 dildos.
I not let that man disgrace the legacy of Biggie.
No, I know. If I could, I don't have the chops to do a documentary style video. I think you guys are going to get into what our channels are about, but I would love to do a music documentary style video, but I don't know if I have the wherewithal.
Come down. I'll teach you how to do all this shit.
Okay.
Teach you how to edit.
Okay. I have a theory about why 1990. If you again, I don't want to derail this show, and I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
If you look it up, if you're later tonight, if you're bored and you want to see what the hell this bald-headed idiot was talking about, just Google all the hits that came out in 1994. From rock to country to pop music to rap. it's an incredible year for music, and I'll leave it at that. Just have some fun later and Google 1994 for music.
I was like, yeah, Google 94. You're like, oh, what's the top porn things of 94?
Oh, he knows them all.
I know that too. I think it was Nikki Sterling. Randy, I think it was Randy Steele and TT Boy and Nikki Sterling and Chastity Lane.
Give that man a prize.
It's coming in the
Give him
mail.
a coupon code.
There you go. Cheers.
Shit. I forgot about Ace of Bases. The Sign was the #1 hit in the 90s.
And that's a bang. Listen, that is a time-tested banger. That song.
Yeah, my
you
friend
still,
at work always.
You still hear it today?
I hear it in the morning.
Hold on. Since we're derailing the show, and I've only got to 3 people in the chat. Sorry, chat.
It's fine. They'll be all right.
So I got back to rewatching X-Men 97, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to episode 5, which, by the way, still is my favorite episode of X-Men 97. And the scene where, Magneto is with Rogue, that little fancy little ball that they're in, the song is playing, and I'm listening to it like, man, the song sounds familiar, the group sounds familiar, and 2 and 2 never went together. That one, this is a show from the 90s, so the music obviously would have to be from the 90s. I Shazammed it because that's what we do now. It's fucking Ace of Base. I'm like, oh my god, I love that. Not even more of this episode because one, it's a great episode, and fucking Ace of Base wrote the song.
Wow.
Aaron, I have to derail us even more because you brought up X-Men 97.
Train is
so
let's just change the title to
this train is like underground.
I didn't do this.
I know Zakanin is in the chat, and I know we all love Zakanin. Zakanin's your boy. Zakanin has come out of nowhere in toy YouTube and is just taking over every single stream for not being a YouTuber. But he had the audacity to go on the 3POA on Wednesday and be like, nah, man, fuck that X-Men 97 shit. I was like, Zakanin, no, Zakanin. So I need y'all to, talk to your boy.
Well, he's
talk to your boy. Let's get that worked out.
I'm unfortunately with my boy.
Oh no!
No. You gotta remember, this guy has always been comic books. So, like, when I was a kid, I read X-Men. So when I saw the cartoon, it was all wrong to me. So. I never liked the X-Men cartoon because I was reading those storylines. Like, I had already read, Days of Future Past. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, guys, I'm sitting with all my friends. I'm like, I know all this. And I'm like, it's all fucking wrong. It's all
so really
none of it's right. I look like a dick. And I was like, fuck this show. I was like, I don't even like the animation. I was like, the comic books look better. So
that's what Zakanin said too. He's like, fuck that animation. He's like, I can't stand it.
Well, the new stuff looks really, really good, and I respect it. But before the X-Men cartoon, there was one made that was it was called Pride of the X-Men. It was a pilot episode made in the 80s, and the animation in it is like anime quality.
It was a movie though, so right?
It's maybe 33 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's where
it's all about
Canadian.
But look this thing up. If you saw that and then saw the X-Men cartoon when you were a kid, it wouldn't work either because the intro to the actual Pride of the X-Men, it looks like $1 million. You've never seen animation like this, so it just didn't work for me as a kid. So
I have to look that up.
That's where I'm at. I'm sorry, but
all right, Gaines, you were very quiet there. Gaines, what's your take on the X-Men 97 then? Because we've all said our piece.
I think cartoon wise, the top one is the Batman the animated series, and then for me, X-Men 97 for Western cartoons about comic books. I think it's right there, and I think it's fun. I'm more forgiving with this stuff than Jerk is. I'm the guy who likes Star Wars Outlaws. Okay, so I as long as I have a little bit of fun, I'm fine. I like to be blown away. I'm not. I love things that are amazing, but if they're just fun enough, I could live with it. You know what I mean?
I can't help but pick stuff apart because I write stuff, so I look for structure and story and
Sure.
I do camera stuff, so if I see a $1 million Star Wars show, in the aperture of isn't right because the person working on it like is fresh out of like film school. It's like, ah, like it just takes me out. You know what I mean? Like
now Darth has a question. You at least like the theme song, I guess.
Yes, and I don't think it's terrible.
So the theme.
I think they did their best on it. Like,
do you know what the theme sounds like? If you really listen to it, the song, it's Whitney Houston. I'm Your Baby Tonight.
Yeah. We had we had Kato on. I think it was like right after X-Men 97 and ended, and Kato got that stuck in our fucking head.
Yeah.
And then I had to go listen to it, and I was just like, what?
So weird.
And it's weird because I knew that my whole life, but it never fucking clicked until Kato was like, hey, you know. And I'm like, oh, shit, dude, you're right. You're fucking right. All right, Aaron, let's maybe try to power through the rest of the chat real quick. I'm sure we'll get through two more. We'll get through two more.
We're going to be quiet now.
No, y'all are good. Y'all are here to talk. I brought y'all on because you're the biggest bullshitters in toy YouTube.
Oh,
and that's what we wanted right here. So y'all bullshit.
Sounded like a compliment.
This show's for you.
Speaking of Zakana, we popped up a couple, but he is here.
He is here.
He is here.
And I love Zakanin. I love Zakanin, by the way.
Satin.
We got Ron Ivy. What's up, Raw Dog Crew in the house?
Big Ron.
The Titan coming to join us. Hail to the Hella Dope duo, guests, and all stars in the chat. Thank you, man. Good to see you. Disavowed. What's going on?
My boy.
What's up? There's a lot in here. I'm trying to pop. David Lane. Good evening. How's it going? Good to see you. V Conley with that generous $1.99 super chat. Still reserves in the house. I gotta save that, V Conley. I'll come back to that. I'll make your $1.99 worth it. Benjamin's Toy Box. What's up, y'all? What's up, man? Old Nasty's come to join us.
Buck Fudders here at Gates.
Oh yeah, my girl. Well, you know, whatever.
No, he changed up his thumbnail.
I know, just for me.
I love this guy, whoever he is.
Buck Fuddy.
Yeah, Buck Fuddy's the best.
What did we turn this show into now? Ken's Toys going in hella hard and raw. I mean,
that's right, baby.
Other way?
No. No, there's not.
No.
Hey, you gotta behave. My wife's down here, so we gotta keep the talk minimal.
Yeah, right.
She is watching.
Cheers.
She showed me. We got John here for the Jerk and Taki King.
That's me.
Mr. Wonderful using his member chat. I'm a member for a month. Let's go.
Holy shit, it's been that long?
Yes, it's officially been 1 month, man.
Holy fuck.
It's crazy when you see memberships, like you forget how long you've had them and you're like, shit, that guy's been here that long.
Yeah.
You know, it's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
Just Joe says, evening. Ted hates getting head confirmed.
Oh.
He is the fact checker, man. Confirmed.
Oh,
did you see him on Punk's?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. He shaved his head with you guys.
Yeah, with
last
us.
night.
I couldn't believe that. I did not know about that at all.
It was.
He just starts doing it. Y'all are talking, and he's just like going away. And I'm like, do they not see this?
It's amazing, and he did such a good job. Like by the end of the stream, he had that shit like barber perfect.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe it.
Like a new man.
If you guys want to see what we're talking about, a Punk with Toys streamathon, it's right at the beginning of part 4.
Yeah, it was.
And you can
right
watch these two fellas too. Right at
it
the
was
beginning.
a scene. It was pretty interesting.
It was great. It was great. I love Jeff. He's so random. We had him on a Saturday stream and we pull him up and he's sniffing glue. I was like, oh my God. You know,
He was.
too funny. Too funny.
Tony's Figs, Hella Dope with the mega powers. Look out, it's gonna be
Tony.
lit as fook.
Another bald bastard.
Oh, he was fun. We had him on like a week ago and he was so much fun. So much fun.
We got 4 feathers up in the house. How's it going?
Oh, that's my boy too. He's been with me since the beginning, man. Supporter from the beginning.
8 and Skate, Gains drinking some Ventures anti-Semitic from 1983.
Oh yeah, this is hard to find stuff.
And then I got to make B Conley's super chat worth his $1.99. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm a little rusty. Our good friend Northern Nomad comes in, and the share of wrestling love says, "What's up?" And can you dig it, sucker?
Yeah. Man, WCW blew it with Booker T, man. They had one of the best wrestlers.
Yep.
And Harlem Heat was fun. And we all know the great Harlem Heat quote that I can't say. But, but man, when he went to WWF or E and took off, man, it was great to see because I love WCW.
I'm glad that WWFE, whatever you want to call them,
Sure,
it took a minute because when you're the outsider coming in to someone else's house, you're like, hey, you were over there, we don't care about you.
Right.
Like, now you're the bottom feeder until we say otherwise.
Well, what was great for WCW fan is to see my boys Benoit, Guerrero, and Booker shine. It was like, well, that's why I watched WCW. There was good wrestlers there.
Yes.
They just were misused.
Technical wrestling.
Yes.
All gimmick.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't watch wrestling anymore. Because they used to have technical wrestling. And then if you wanted to watch the goof bags, you go over to WWE and you get your fill of all their dumb storylines and drama. But if you actually wanted to see really good wrestlers and decent stories, it was WCW all the way. And when they went belly up, I was done. I was like, fuck.
It sucked.
I was like, I'm done. And that was the end of it.
Fair enough. And Jesus Lord. So
What happened?
The missus here. Good evening, Hella Dope. Happy Sunday fun day. Hey,
Toy Gains. Cheers to the missus.
Legend Series has also come to join us.
Tony.
Hey, buddy.
Another one with a great voice, something you can't buy or learn.
Exactly. Smooth.
So smooth.
Son of a bitch.
Aaron, we were joined by Legend Series on the Punk with Toy Streamathon at 1 a.m. on Saturday, and he talked a whole bunch of wrestling with us, which was fucking amazing. It was such a nice
He
touch.
is an endless well of information. Like he knows wrestling like nobody. Like I only know one other person like that. And yeah, he's got a wealth of knowledge. And that was a really nice thing you put in the promo, by the way. Like
that was very cool.
Nice. That was really nice.
Well, he spoke very highly of both of you. And, after getting to know Tony a little bit more, I understand why you wanted to have him on your show, because now I'm the same way. I'm like, I just want this fucking dude on all the fucking time at this point.
Yeah.
Because he's an amazing guy and he's doing amazing work. So if you guys were able to signal boost him, which helped me find the video that got me started on him, thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
keep doing shit like that.
Well, that's what we're trying to do with Mondays.
Yeah,
we're trying to bring in new people that you haven't seen and give them a platform because, that we started Zakana now. You know what I mean? We had him on, and look at him now. You know what I mean? He's all over the place, man. He has a crazy schedule, but also having Mikey on, it just gives everybody a platform and it keeps it fresh too. You know what I mean? So we try to have a rotating cast of people on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just got to throw this up because I gotta stroke Robert's Infinite Realm's ego.
Yeah,
I was gonna let you wait and post 3 more comments, but Robert is here.
He's great, and he blew this show up. By the way, he was promoting the hell out of this show. So thank you, Robert.
Absolutely. And Flamingo Sauce has gone. So there you go, Robert. I got you up there.
You're in there.
We got Robert in. And Robert was on last week. He was part of our channel member takeover, but then got ultimately taken over by his wife, Stacey Hatch. She came in with the chair, knocked him out. I think she also strangled him at one point. At one point, we did think he was dead. I was like, there was a murder on our stream, but you know
just
what?
Turned a blind eye. You know,
we Vince McMahoned it, and we were just like, well, the show must go on. You know, nobody saw it. It was fine. It was fine.
Legend says, "Thank you for the kind words, guys. For real, means a lot."
Anytime, brother.
Anytime.
Great guy. Is that everything for the chat?
For now, yes.
All right. So, like I said, before we pulled you in, I like stealing shit, you know? And every overnight success has this long grinding story. Like people just pop up and they're like, oh yeah, they just turned up overnight and then they were like, great. And I fucking hate those guys. You guys both very much did that, at least to me. And I've known about both of you for, I don't know, I think it's maybe pushing a year now. But I'm wondering the journeys of your channels, because you're both reviewers. I know, Gains, you do some skit material, which I want to talk about more in a little bit as well.
Good.
But I'm wondering what's your come up story from like going from unknown to suddenly everybody's favorite Monday and Thursday night podcast.
I'll Jerk is a man that can tell a story. So Jerk, go ahead. Man.
Oh, I feel like I'm bulldozing you today. That's why I was gonna let you do it. I was like, I gotta let this man talk. Shut the fuck up. So I'm like, Gains, it's you.
Well, I mean, I can. I have been on YouTube on another channel with a friend doing like skits, as we'll get to later. And then I've been collecting toys my whole damn life, and I've watched YouTubers, Sean Long and Shart and other fellas, you know. So I was like, let me just pick up a toy and talk about it. And it was fun. And I got a few people watching it. And I got lucky, and somehow I got some dopey Marvel Legends blob figure like a month before anyone. So that gave me some traction. And then I'm a Mezco collector, right? I like toys with clothes on them. Okay. I don't know why. A lot of people like Mezco though, you know. Jerk got the Ghost Rider. And I was like, oh, I wanted the Ghost Rider. I was like, holy shit, this guy has Ghost Rider. It's like a year it's supposed to be out. Who is this jerk off? Oh, his name is in the YoJoeJerk.
Literally.
So I'm watching the video, and I've been there with Mezco. So I'm a Hot Toys collector too. Hot Toys has stuff hidden all over it. So I've been there, and he's being honest. He's saying, this is what's good. This is what's bad. And he's kind of fumbling through it, but it's like, it's organic. It's unscripted. I kind of dug that. So he put it, no, he didn't put it. Somebody took his video, put it on the Mezco group. And basically it was like, look at this asshole. Knows nothing about the product.
Yeah.
And all I said was, well, dude, maybe he's being honest. Mezco doesn't always knock it out of the park. And he liked my comment. And now you want to take it from here, Jerk? You want to go to round two?
Yeah. I'll explain it. Okay. So I happened to get this thing like a month before the shipping date. Okay. And I have to say this, it did not have instructions in it. I got a production sample, and I can't tell you how I got a production sample, but I got one, and it looks exactly like the one you get, but it didn't have instructions. So in my first video, this is my first video, it got like 7,000 views in a day. Okay, from a guy who just put up a video with 0 subs. And everybody lost their fucking minds. And like Gaines said, they posted it on the biggest fucking Mezco group. So
they were hot.
Every Mezco guy just came down and shit on my head. You know what I mean? And I'm looking through my comments, and I don't even know what to do at this point. I'm not answering any comments. Yeah. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, I wasn't expecting any of this. There's like 100 comments in like an hour. So I see this doofus who looks like fucking Bazooka.
Yeah, he's a cosplay.
In his thumbnail. And I'm like, this is the only guy defending me. And I was like, this is the only guy who got what I said. And then I clicked on him because, you know, you get curious. Like, if you've done it, like where you get a nice comment and you're like, who the fuck is this? And you click on their name and it brings you to their shit. So it brought me to this fucking lunatic who just put a heart on the table doesn't give a fuck about anything and is just like so real about what the fuck he's talking about on the table. And he's not there wasting my time. Like his video wasn't like 25, 30, 40 minutes on a figure. It was like a hot 6 minutes. And I watched one. I was like, I fucking like this. And then I look and he's got like, I don't know. I think you had like maybe 100 videos at that time.
Yeah.
And I went through them all. I'm like, I love this guy and I relate to this guy. So I subbed. And then basically for the next like couple of months, we just go back, leaving nice comments, watching each other's videos. And then my channel started to get big after a while. And I was like, I cannot change the way I make videos. I can't just sit down next to a table like Michael or like, or anybody who just presents. I'm not about that. Like, it isn't about me being on screen telling you anything. It's me showing you this thing as fast and as beautiful as I can and keeping it funny. You know what I mean? So it's just, I lost where I was going. I lost where I was going.
I know we said, fuck, I don't know. On Instagram, I think I said, hey, man, we needed to talk because there was something there, like love at first sight.
Yeah, it was more, for me, it was trying to find a way. I'm sorry, I remembered where I was at. It was for me to find a way to connect with my audience without changing the way I make shit. So you could get to know me, because if you just watch my videos, it just like I'm a lunatic out of an asylum. Like you wouldn't know how to gauge me if you ever met me. So that was the initial. And then I was just like, well, I can't do this by myself. It's never going to work. You know what I mean? So I was like, I need to get somebody in here. And I was just like, this guy's funny and I think it's going to work. So let's just fucking try it. And I asked him, and like, we jumped on once with each other. And I think we talked for like 2 hours, and it flew by like immediately. And we were like, it was just like stepbrothers. It was like instant friendship. So it was just so, it was just so weird.
We're different enough to where we're not like the same voice.
Not at all.
But we also get along, and it's very strange. And then, Tim is our straight man. Like, I curse, and I know every time I say, P-U-S-S-Y or tits.
You just see him cringe. He's like, oh, God.
You need that. Tim feels like my dad, and I'm older than Tim.
I love it. I love Tim. And besides that, honestly, without Tim, I would not be sitting here, because Tim actually lives local to me. And if you don't know who Tim is, that's Disavowed Action Figures. Just for anybody listening. He lives like 40 minutes from me and would shoot videos in the places that I would toy hunt. So I was like, oh, wow, it's crazy. And then like a couple months later, I ran into him. And I was just like, he is the nicest fucking guy I've ever met. Like, he is truly, like, he is top 5, one of the most nicest, genuine people I have ever met in my fucking life, ever. And I was just like, I'm a creative who couldn't create the kind of stuff I want, because you see our humor that will not fly in writing right now. Like, you cannot make TV shows with the way we talk and act and shit. So I had to give up doing that. Like, I have to give up my dream, like, of ever making movies, because if you're not doing, the corporate bullshit where everybody's in your hands, it's a waste of your time. So I stopped, and I need a creative outlet. So that's where YouTube came in as well. Like, I have to be creative all the time, or it's like I'll go mad. Like, what keeps me sane.
I need to derail this one more time for just a second, because you talk about Disavowed, you're watching YouTube and you see some toy hunter in some store and you're like, oh, that's my fucking target. Cincy Nerd used to do the same fucking thing to me, because Cincy Nerd would come to Columbus like for a few days and then leave town again. And so he used to be a lot quicker with the uploads. So he would fucking record something and then immediately post it. So it's 9 o'clock at fucking night. See, because your reaction is different. I saw Cincy Nerd in my fucking mire with a brand new, fresh stack of Marvel Legends. And I was like, this motherfucker.
My turn.
And I fucking threw on my, I threw on my shoes. It's 9 o'clock at night. My wife's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, fucking this motherfucker is in my fucking store buying my fucking figure. And what's funny, I did actually run into him as well in that same aisle a couple years later. And Cincy Nerd is a great guy, and I do love him. And I have publicly stated to him, I'm like, I need you to stop doing that, dude. But he did, because of him, I found the NECA Bebop and Rocksteady, which was impossible to find at the time. He made an Instagram post from right around the corner from where I was, and I fucking left work. I was like, yo, I will be right back. I fucking grabbed the last one. So he did save me there. But slight derailment just on how different we take situations. But
well, I'll tell you what, if he had the Cobra Island Viper that I was looking for in his hands, it would be a totally different fucking story. I'd be like, that piece of shit motherfucker, I'm gonna take him down, you know. But
history would be completely different, you know.
No, honestly, I used to be in his chats and stuff. That's where I know Four Feathers and, you know, Archie and all that stuff. You know, you're a fan before you start, so you know what I mean. Like, without that interaction, it wouldn't have ever dawned on me to be like, you know how to do all this shit. Why the fuck aren't you doing it? You know what I mean? So that really put a fire under my ass to really do this. So
are you guys close distance wise at all, or are you in different states?
We live in the same mountain range, different state. So I live in eastern Pennsylvania, about probably an hour and a half away from New York City, and I think he lives 45 minutes north of New York City. So for me, like, there's cons in New Jersey where we meet in the middle and hang out.
We're going to Legion's Con soon.
Yeah, exactly. And what's that? That's like 40 minutes from you, and then it's like an hour from me. So it's like perfect. So yeah, we get to meet up like every other month for like a day. So it's fun.
That's awesome.
It's very fun. The show has definitely. I used to be a big go to the bars, shoot the shit, you know, be the life of the party. You know, I got married, had a kid, that had to end. You know, immediately had to end. My wife works nights, I work days. I can't go out and drink all night and get into fucking be a coxman anymore. So these Thursday nights and Monday nights, it really feels like I'm at the bar again. I'm just not, there's not as many girls to talk to, which is fine because I love shooting the shit about sports, toys, working out, all that.
Whatever. Like, we just, whatever. It's whatever. Whatever happens. We talk about movies. We talk about sex robots. We talk about whatever. I'm not going to let you get away. You know what I mean? Like, I have to say it once so that the chat starts lighting you the fuck up.
No, the chat is on board. A few of the, I won't, you know, call them
I'm
out,
on board.
They
Fucking
know.
Lady Jerk's done in 10 years. Done. I'm retiring her.
She can still cook and clean, but you know.
Yeah. She can still do
knows
the
it.
dishes, you know.
My wife's right here. She, the lovely Mrs. Gaines. You know we're getting a sex bot, right? In like 10 years. She knows. She's cool with it. As soon as my daughter goes to college.
I gotta ask this question. I'm gonna keep the mic on. Honey, how do you feel about getting a sex bot in 10 years?
We're just gonna see drop kick feet fly by and just fucking kick him in the face.
So that's a no.
What if it's
Can I get a maybe?
Google it. Just Google it.
Well, my wife doesn't know what it is, and she said no. So
tell her to watch one of our streams.
No, she's gonna Google it now, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you just, Aaron, you just don't tell her, and then you just fold it up under the bed, you know, because I'm sure in 10 years with technology, it should just come in a little suitcase, right?
Just tell him the distributor sent it as something new to you know, it's a sample model from the distributor.
Sample model. They sent us the wrong toy. They wanted us to keep it. Yo, that's good.
See, you're in the right business now because it's going to turn into that business in 10
Hella
years.
Grope. Hella Grope is what we call it. Hella Grope is the adult business.
We probably should start doing that now.
See, I had to muddy it all up, Gaines.
Well, listen, in 10 years, when I do the first sex bot review and I have 1 million subs, I will be like the the Pixel Dan of sex bots.
Yeah,
okay?
she'll be carrying his old ass in, put him down.
So you guys will all be
Hold
like,
on, she's gonna change my diaper before I start.
and you all can be like, hey, we used to talk to that guy Gaines. He used to like toys. Look at him. Yeah. You'll be
Yeah,
proud to
me
know.
and
They in the sex bot world.
The chat is lighting up about sex bots. That is definitely a first here. So thank you, fellas.
Yeah, I told you I had to ruin it all. That's when you know the raw dogs are in the house. I just start to see their names stack up. I'm just like, oh god.
I think some of them love it. They do message me about it on Instagram. That they the updates, the pictures, the videos.
It's a good goof. It's that's what I love about our show. We get a goof, we run with it, then we get a new goof, and
right. Well, listen, toys. I've never not collected toys. I mean it. The first time I was able to purchase, I used to mow lawns at like 10, 11 years old, and I bought Ninja Turtle toys. I've never stopped buying toys, but I also started to like lift weights and get confident in women and sports and working out and basketball and rap music and rock music. We all have other interests. I just never stopped with the toys as well. So some of them other interests will come out of me. And I think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, what I find interesting about your guys' show is it never lulls. So there's never just this weird, awkward silence or anything. You guys like swing vine to vine very seamlessly.
Thank you for saying that, Ted.
Yeah, that is actually something we try to make sure we do. Like,
if it, I'll be done. I told Jerk.
Yeah.
He knows. I've told him this privately. If we ever hit that spot where it's like we don't know what to say to one another and it's dead air, and he's asking me if I could still shit twice a day or something like that.
Yeah, then we're done.
Yeah. So I'm glad you recognize that, Ted. That's a very great compliment.
I have to share this message that my wife just sent me.
Uh-oh.
She's over here, having her Jesus moment, and
no,
we're talking about sex bots. We might have to go to marriage counseling after this. So if you don't see me next Sunday, you know why.
I'm sorry, Aaron. Listen, it might be good.
Promise her. Be like, I'll never have those degenerates on the show again.
I know you'd think Mrs. Black Knight wouldn't find a duo worse than us, and yet here we found it. We found two guys that can
Jesus
outdo us.
God damn it.
We did it, Gaines. We did it. All right.
Check that one off the box. All right.
God.
I should be starring some of these. This chat is fucking killing it right now. And I do want to say real quick, there are 75 people watching on YouTube, 44 people watching on X, and one person who is commenting, watching from Facebook. If y'all can hit that like button, and if you like what you're seeing here, subscribe. We would appreciate that. But y'all are bringing the heat. Bobby Valla holds our YouTube record of 117, and I'm wondering,
we'll never beat that.
I'm wondering if we can beat that.
We're at 75.
We're at 75. We're at 75. It is possible. There's still hope. And if I bundled all this together, we're at 120 technically, but I don't know. These X numbers are weird. I don't trust these X numbers sometimes.
I haven't tried that yet. I haven't tried streaming it on other platforms. I'm starting to put us on like iTunes very slowly, but you know, it's more of a visual show, but but I've listened to it back without, visual, and it works, but
it's something you just have to see it. Like, you don't understand unless you're seeing what's happening.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
But I mean, I agree. The only way you can keep up with toy YouTube, especially with all the live streams, is by listening while you're driving and things like that. Like, I was getting caught up on last night's 3POA today while I'm driving around running errands because, again, I got really fucking drunk last night and did not watch anything.
I did the same. On my way to work this morning, I listened to it. I got like a 40-minute ride to work. Listen to half of it on the way down, listen to the other half on the way up. It was a good show.
Is there any? I didn't watch the show, but I obviously saw the headline. Was there any receipts to this Hasbro news?
I didn't watch all of it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm halfway through. Suka had sent a chart that I guess went to the investors or the board or whatever. It's like one of those really obnoxious graphs, some fucking flow chart. That says they're bringing in like 3 billion, but they're also in debt for like 30 million or something stupid like that. So
well, part of that is Disney's fault too. I don't think Disney has made a dime since they bought Star Wars off Star Wars.
Yeah, and pretty much they just made like the last 2 Avengers movies, and that's all they made money from because the rest of it's all crap.
Well, defending a billion-dollar company sounds weird, but a lot of this isn't all to be blamed on Hasbro. A lot of it is Disney's fault.
Well, if they kept cranking out good movies that people gave a shit about, people would buy the action figures. But when you make stupid shows about like street clothes people, like your chances of selling those kind of figures fucking dwindle when they're out of cops.
I think they made too many movies at one time.
Yeah, like, the shows too, Aaron. The shows.
Just all of it.
What made the Avengers, the first Avengers movie, good to me was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because the show ran parallel to the movies, and then you got that big payoff because they put you on a cliffhanger on the show. And then you got the Avengers, and then they hooked you right back in to the show when it re-premiered. So if you didn't watch Avengers and you watched the show, I mean, unless you know comic book history, but if you're like a casual who just like, I like watching visuals, you had to watch the Avengers movie to understand the first episode coming back from their break. So like that beginning, like phase 1 and phase 2 to me was the best phases for the movie TV introduction. Then they were cranking out way too many, and you almost had a release of a movie every quarter to like 2 every quarter.
Yeah, you're right.
Like now they're on that. Oh, well, I think maybe we should just do like 2 or 3 a year, and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, oversaturation.
Yeah, it's total oversaturation. And what can you do? You make that money. You're not going to shy away from it. I'm sure they made a ton of cash with them Marvel movies.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So,
but your toys are junk because
the toys are junk because they're boring looking characters that And
you have no connection to. You're just like, this is another character that has nothing. It's a hollow person.
And they said the dumbest things before they said the dumbest stuff before the movie that, like, as true fans, were like, "What?" Like the diversity was
this actor, this actor is gonna play a lead in my show that I've been waiting forever for, And then the show's terrible. Like I'm just done with entertainment, man. Like watching Alien Romulus just sealed the deal.
Oh, it really got you good.
The fucking movie is so bad. I'm not going back. I'm not gonna go on another rant about it, but. The movie pisses me the fuck off. And then I saw that they're making a sequel game. Like, they're like, it made so much money. We're going to make another one. I'm like, no, please stop beating that dead horse, please.
So let me ask you this question, since we're on this conversation. Is it better to make a mini series or an animation than making full length movies of certain movies? Like, not every movie has to be a movie, but would it be better for story adaptation than it is a TV show or an animation?
That's tough, man. Me personally, if you can have a condensed, concise movie that's quality, I'd rather have the movie. But everything is about content now, right? A subscription-based service, so a movie doesn't fulfill that. So everything needs to be a show. And I'm not against shows. But I tend to, as it goes on, kind of like, okay, like I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. I didn't hate The Acolyte, but I couldn't keep watching the same shit every week. I feel like if Acolyte was a movie, it may have not have been a good movie, but at least it would have been a watchable
short
movie.
And sweet.
Right.
Short, sweet. You could have got through it.
Because it did have some design was fine. That saber fights were fine. It just had a lot of bullshit in the story. So I don't know if that answered your question. I don't know where they can go with it, man. I really don't. Jerk is a movie guy. He'd probably best suited to answer that.
Honestly, for me, it depends on the story you're trying to tell. Honestly, like you can do kick-ass things with miniseries, but most people look at a miniseries, they go, okay, I got this fucking movie script, but I can't make it as a movie because people are only buying TV shows. So what they do is they pull it apart and then they start dropping shitty story parts in so that they could fill up that time and waste your time. You know what I mean? And that's what it's been for like 10 years.
Remember The Sopranos? Remember how special that was?
Yes. Yes, until the end. Until the end. And even then it was
What's the matter, Harry? You don't like it?
I know I loved The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Until it ended.
Oh sure.
Yeah, everybody. Nobody likes the second half of the last
Sopranos
season.
was
No one.
and then what else came out? What was this
Deadwood was great.
Deadwood
Rome was great.
But there wasn't so many of them that there was quality. Then HBO became a subscription service and they need a show for everything.
Yeah, and that's where it goes. Quality control goes.
Yes.
And then you just have vanilla as shit entertainment everywhere now. So
there's a reason why I asked that question, because you have people who are on the Star Wars train, and those who are like, prequels are okay, the originals were great, the aftermath was dog shit.
Yeah,
but a general consensus through most is the Clone Wars.
Oh, they love that cartoon.
Animation was great because it's continued to tell a story, but it also linked everything together.
It did.
In one long animated series.
That might have been lightning in a bottle, though, man, because it was so connected already to episode 1 and 2 and 3 in between those two. So it was so baked into something that was already good. So if that was live action, if that was a cartoon, whatever that was, maybe that's why it was going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and for me, honestly, like Clone Wars, there's big chunks that I don't like. But like every time there's like something with Ahsoka in the main story moving forward, I liked all that. You know, because over the pandemic, I actually like watched all of Clone Wars for the first time. Because
that's good.
I had seen bits and pieces, but I was like, I'm sitting down, I'm gonna watch this from fucking start to finish. And when I did it, I was like, it definitely got better as it went, but there were some story arcs where I was like straight like, oh God, this, you know, when the little kids started to show up in episodes here and there, I was like, nope, I'm skipping all these. And like the R2D2 episode where it's just him, I'm like, no, but like the main story that goes through the Clone Wars is really good. And the way they ended it was fucking awesome. So that last episode was great. Even if it felt rushed here and there, that last scene of her with the fucking ship crashed and all the fucking, you know, graves, like that was awesome. Great show.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm also a believer in things peak. And we talked about music at the beginning of the show. For me, rap music peaked between like 88 and 96. It peaked. It was the best ever. You can't beat it. You know, heavy metal peaked 78 to 88. Things peak. Films and media and shows, to me, it's no different. And once you peak, there's only one place to go, and that's down. You know what I mean?
I don't know, for the music piece, I think I don't disagree. The like peak music in all genres. 97, 98. Was like it didn't matter what you listen to, rap, rock, country, whatever.
Everything was bangers.
But then when you listen, if you go just strictly rap, hip hop, R&B like that, 2003, 2004 was like the dying light, because in that early 2000s you had, you know, the peak of Eminem, Ludacris, you know, you had G-Unit was in there. You had a lot of good artists out there trying to ride the train and bring back what
the 90s did. I agree.
But it just wasn't enough.
I blame Lil Jon, and I still do.
Lil
Jon simplified fucking music, and it went to shit.
Ed, you're close. You're very close, because I'm a music person. I don't know every name and every drummer and every bassist, but I look to trends, and you're close. So you remember Flow Rider?
Yeah, fucking hate that guy too.
Remember that song with the boots, with the fur and the jeans and all, whatever the hell he was talking about? That song was downloaded so many times for a ringtone Remember people would buy ringtones for their phone?
Yep. Oh,
It made like $1 billion. So record executives said to rappers, I don't care if you make a good album. You need to make a good ringtone.
Well, yeah, I mean that was the end thing.
That started a huge decline. It made everything pop from rock to rap to country. Country used to be just for country people. Now country's like pop music. It's very annoying.
Oh,
It's very annoying. Yes.
Yeah, I got a guy who listens to modern music at work. I'm just like, I like watch the fucking clock until I'm like, okay, you had your 2 hours. Turn this fucking shit off. You know what I mean? Like, it's so bad. Like,
oh, now there's like
now
there's
and all this
country.
other fucking garbage. I'm like, dude, why are you doing this? Other than it's a trend right now. Like,
trend.
It's so
Just
bad.
listen to Johnny Cash if you need to listen to
Fuck
country.
yeah, if you need some cowboy music, you got fucking Johnny Cash, baby.
Well,
Travis Tritt.
You're probably right there because like they talk about Beyonce, right? And Beyonce really blew up during that time. Destiny's Child was done and Beyonce was going solo. And I heard somebody say, because I've never listened to or bought a Beyonce album, I can't fucking name one, but she's got all these amazing singles and not a single good fucking album. Like nobody has a Beyonce album because she just makes all single ladies. Oh yeah,
party songs. Yeah, songs that are like good for a wedding or for a night out, but nothing you listen to.
It was about like every song. I mean, the word that gets commonly used is a club banger. Like when you're in the club, back when you go to the club, these are the top songs that are like you're gonna hear all night.
Oh yeah.
And now that at least here, like where we're from, like there's not really a club scene. Like you just have bars. And, they'll have like those touch tune jukeboxes and all that.
Yeah.
But it took away like the club scene. What took away like hearing not just like relevant today music, but like you get like some people who are like out who trying to make a name for themselves. Like, hey, can you play my
sure. Song? Yes. Yeah, those days are gone.
I've come across a lot of artists that are like up and coming from a club. I'm like, oh man, can you take my old mixtape and listen to it? It's free, like free, sure. I'll pop it in my CD player back, like when CD players were in cars. I'm like, oh shit, okay, hey,
yeah,
I can get this. You don't get that anymore. Now everybody's on. It's all online.
Absolutely. So take that cell phone, make one big song. That way of thinking, and it kind of carries over into film, into television shows. Everything wants to be packaged as a merchandise. To buy the toy, to buy the Baby Yoda, to buy the backpack, to buy the hat. It's products first, quality second, and that's. I'm sure there's stuff out there that's good that people watch. I mean, everything can't be total shit.
No, I catch good shit all the time now.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think things are on the mend entertainment wise, and I think in like a year or two we'll be back to like
hopefully
better entertainment.
What's really took a hit? When's the last time you saw a really funny movie? Like where you're like, holy shit.
Doesn't happen. Why do you think I stopped? That's like, dude,
that's a shame. I
stopped. I
need to rant about this real quick. So before I came on the show, my wife's on the Halloween kick, so all we watch are like fucking silly Halloween movies. Sure. She's got Freeform on 24/7. So I've seen Beetlejuice and Casper like 58 times this month alone. So today I was like, you know what, fuck it. We haven't seen the second Beetlejuice movie. Let's fucking just buy it and fucking watch it. And I'm so fucking pissed. Why didn't anybody fucking tell me that movie was a piece of fucking shit? I am so fucking mad. I was like, this is the most disrespectful fucking thing I have ever fucking seen. The whole thing, like, it's set up all over the place.
It set up a bunch of plot lines that went nowhere.
Yeah.
And it seriously had about 20 minutes of shit that doesn't make sense and that was never tied up. And the villain of the movie just dies in 30 seconds. Like there's nothing to his death. Like it is the dumbest fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like Michael Keaton's great as Beetlejuice. If you want to just enjoy his performance, it's fun, but they took a big shit. Like they shit on his lore.
Yeah.
They said he was like an exorcist, crazy fucking ghost that wanted to kill people. And then in this movie, they give him a backstory.
Yeah.
And he ends up being a grave robber. So which one is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what is the lore now that you broke it?
He only
No.
does the right thing in the entire movie. The whole movie is him just doing the right thing.
Yeah,
The only
it's so
character that stayed true to form was the stepmother. That's the only character that, in my opinion, on par, carried over. And I was just like, yeah, that's the same fucking character. Everything else, I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm really fucking pissed off about it. You can't undo that. It's like 3 people wrote the fucking thing and mashed it together.
Yes.
Shame on Tim Burton if you fucking stamped that off, because that is not
That is
not the fucking work that Tim Burton does.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Well,
that
now
good.
it is. Have you seen Willy Wonka, man? I wanted to fucking tear my eyes out of my head. That was the
fucking
worst.
hate Willy Wonka.
That was such a fucking trash movie. Like all these great directors are fucking trash now, dude. Like Ridley Scott was like my hero. I wanted to grow up to be Ridley Scott, and now I can't stand anything he's involved in. Like it kills me.
Tarantino had a good interview with I don't know who it was, maybe Bill Maher. I love hearing Tarantino talk. I don't love him personally. I think he's smart, and his movies are obviously
He's an incredible knowledge.
He said
incredible. He's like
said
a
he had-
fucking encyclopedia.
He said he has 2 movies left in him because everyone starts to decline, and I think he peaked already with the Hollywood film.
Yeah, I think that should have been the last one.
So it might be though.
I would have
It
been
might.
okay with it.
I mean, if you're gonna give me 2 more Tarantino movies,
Yes.
one and
one actually.
one has
Not
to
two,
be
it's one.
No, I need 2 solid ones, but one has to be Kill Bill 3.
Okay, I'd be fine with that.
Only because you left such an enticing ending with what could be with the bride's daughter and Vivica Fox's daughter, that they could meet up,
Sure,
and they can go down, do some war. I have to see how that.
Oh
goes.
yeah, in the beginning of Kill Bill, after she kills her, she's like, "I'll see you when you're ready for your revenge." I mean, it's all set up. Yeah,
I need that. Like,
well,
I don't.
He said every director
he'll make
gets
some
first.
dumb shit. He'll make some dumb shit. He'll
said
make
they
some
all-
period piece.
He was right. They all get worse, man.
They do. Even Scorsese, dude. That one with Pacino, De Niro, and Pesci should The Irishman. That should have been the greatest movie ever made. And Robert De Niro with contact lenses the whole movie fucked me up. I couldn't pay attention to the movie because he looked like subhuman. And then when they tried to do the digital de-aging, they all looked like dildos. And then the story was so bad. And I want to tell you something. Like, the stories about Jimmy Hoffa, guess what? Danny DeVito made a movie about Hoffa with Jack Nicholson that could never be beat. Ever.
Perfect.
It is a perfect movie. Like, why even do that?
I agree. We already seen Hoffa, and it was very, very good.
The Irishman was the biggest letdown ever because I love Pacino and I love De Niro, and watching them make fucking assholes out of themselves was just awful. Like it like killed my soul. Like when I saw Al Pacino in a fucking Adam Sandler movie, my heart broke. I was like, this motherfucker needs a paycheck. I was like, God damn. I was like, this guy made some of the greatest fucking movie monologues you've ever heard in your life. And now he's just in an Adam Sandler movie making an asshole out of himself. So
I don't know, but I mean, for Pacino, De Niro, like any of them, like they've done their dues.
I know, but why sully your career? Like, you're still going, and you're going to be remembered for what's current. Like, you're not going to be you'll be remembered for Casino, but you know what? You're also going to be remembered for doing Dirty Grandpa. You know what I mean? So like. You got to think about your legacy, and money isn't the end all be all of life. Like, if you think money is the end all be all of life, you got it all fucking wrong. Like, you're so beyond fuck. Like, good luck.
I will say this.
I mean,
Nicholson was in an Adam Sandler movie, and it was funny as shit.
Yeah, but
Anger Management.
That part was made for him. Like it was tailored perfect.
Yeah, true. That was funny.
Pacino was thrown in as a last minute joke in a terrible movie.
Yeah, it was
and
bad.
There's my boy, the great one.
Yeah. The Anger Management has some funny freaking lines.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna say I love Adam Sandler. It's
I know, but his movies are not. They peak too. It is what it is.
And Jack and Jill is not a good one.
No.
And
it's almost like dystopian.
Yeah, like Pacino like was broke. Like his accountant like stole all of his money.
Oh
So
wow.
like Adam Sandler gave him like that so that he wasn't poor. So like that's why he's in that movie. And I understand it, but still, like, to make him do those things, it's not funny. It's sad. Like, it's sad. Like, when I'm watching, I'm like, this is like putting a retarded kid out here and just like, making fun of him. Like,
I
that's
think they thought that.
horrible.
I
Like,
think they thought that was the joke. Let's get this really good actor to say weird shit.
and it was so bad. It was so.
Yeah, I agree.
Makes me want-
That Doug
breaks
Pacino
my-
shit was like
breaks my fucking heart.
Well, welcome back, Ted.
Yeah, where'd you go, Ted? You had to take a shit, man. You had
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He had the thunder, baby.
Yeah, dude. Well,
I knew it.
We had to go. We had a case of the Grumble Duffs up in there.
Oh, I knew it.
So I wanna segue. I think this is a great spot because I want to talk about your guys' creative endeavors.
Sure.
Aaron, I know there's a couple things started in the chat. Do we want to just hit some of that? And then I don't fucking know either. If not, we can keep going.
Just a couple. We'll go through them real quick.
Oh.
The Titan with a chair shot on Robert was gold, and talking about Stacy taking him out Saturday morning or last Sunday, whenever it was. Aaron's Payne's toy samples. How's it going, man? My name twin. I got you. Don't worry. Ted, you got some heat here from Punk with Toys.
I know. I put the guy over, and then he wants to clap back at me.
We got Philip Hale over there from Facebook. I'm starting to lose my passion due to overthinking.
Don't do it.
Never lose your passion, man.
Don't think about toys.
Just be like maybe a.
Don't overthink anything. Like, if you want to be happy in life, just take it one step at a time and don't overthink anything. You'll live a lot longer.
And then we got one of those patented $6.60 super chats from Zakanan. No clue. I wanted to stream until Jerk had me and Jeff on Saturday, or maybe Jeff for his D&D stream with Legend series. I'm blameless. I remember that.
Zakanan is amazing. Zakanan, thank you for the super chat. And I was razzing about the X-Men thing, but I absolutely love you, and you are an asset to the community. So,
oh, he's wonderful. He's wonderful. Like, he helps me out so much. Wow. I can't even begin to tell you, because, like I said, I need mods to help me with chat. You know what I mean? And him and JJ are fucking amazing. Like, they make it so smooth. So. I have to shout them out. I have to shout the boys out.
Gotta take care of the people. Is that it for the chat, Aaron?
Yeah.
All right. So, man, Gaines, I wanna talk about your skits, and I think this goes very well with Jerk. What you're talking about, how you're a writer and you're a creator, and that's kind of why I was asking if you guys live near each other, because what a powerhouse that would be. But Gaines, you've been making videos for quite a while now, it sounds like. You had a recent one drop not too long ago. I'm not familiar with the character with the blonde wig, but he looks he looks fucking phenomenal. And I just watched the clip of this movie theater incident where everybody hilariously gets killed, and I love it.
Good.
So
you commented. That's right.
How did all this start? Tell me everything.
So I have this Roskiage tattoo that any nerd that sees it will be drawn to me and want to talk to me, and I love it. It's a G.I. Joe tattoo. It brings me together with people. I'm in line at the movies, and this tall, good-looking guy, but the minute he talked to me, I knew he was a fucking goof, and that's fine. I like weirdo goof people, and he heard that I have this crazy video game collection and all this stuff. Somehow he heard it through some girl that came over the old pad back in the day. And he said through Facebook, "Hey man, can I come over?" I was like, "Sure, Sean, you seem like a nice guy." This is 2009. So this isn't like cell phones with good cameras. This is like the hand cams, whatever. Mm-hmm. He comes over with a camera. I'm like, "Sean, we're not filming a fucking porno. What are you doing?" Anyway, very weird. He's like, "Well, I want to do skits." This guy was in love with like the angry video game nerd. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we played Contra, and every time we died, I had to take a shot. By the end of the video, I had like a Rambo wig on with a bandana doing the skit. You know, you drew first blood. And he filmed it and he edited this shit and made a fucking movie out of it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And that just turned into like doing it for a goof. I never had the foresight to think that YouTube would turn into something where you can make money. So it really, I get it. If you have a talent, if you could sing, you should make money. If you could draw, you should make money. But sometimes for me, if you could just have fun, it's as important as money. And when we used to make them horror films, like you saw the one in the theater, it was just a group of goofballs, ad-libbing, improving, having fun, and turning it into something. And those days, man, it feels like they were 20 years ago, and they weren't that long. But you have kids, people move away, and it almost brings a fucking tear to my eye because those days might be gone. So good thing they're on film, and I could watch them.
Mm-hmm. So there's nothing current going on. Like your skit days are.
No, my skit days are. If you check out Bare Bones Cinema, a new horror film will be up on Halloween. My friend Optimus Thrice, we're Big A. Now Big A. You asked about Big A. There was a local Comic-Con, and they had like Ernie Hudson there, and I wasn't gonna pay Ernie Hudson to, be in our video. So the joke was every black guy I saw, I was like, "Hey, it's Ernie Hudson," and they're like, "Yo, dude, I'm not fucking Ernie Hudson." So when I put that wig on, it's like a power. It's
there's a video of him trolling at Comic-Con New York.
I love it.
Like he's interviewing cosplayers and just annihilating them.
It's a power, man.
So it's funny. Like when he showed me that, like I fucking died laughing. Look for the Comic-Con.
Big A has to come out of retirement one more time because I'm telling you, I still have a little.
Give him a big adventure. I'll write it. We'll do it. We'll do the Big A's big adventure.
Listen, I'm in.
So you just accidentally became an actor. Like it wasn't anything you were striving for or anything like that.
No, Ted. And then there's a local filmmaker who his name is Justin Van Voris. He shot a pretty good short film and he had me in it. And it's in festivals right now. It's called it's a good idea. It's like, remember when people were bugging out about like killer wasps and all this stuff, like right after COVID? His idea was the wasps are like little drones and everyone's bugging out and they don't know if they're wasps, they're drones. And I play a bit character where I'm like a conspiracy guy. And everyone is loving it at the film festivals. I'm hoping I'm like his good luck charm and this becomes a movie. And then he says, "Hey, I need you. You're the good luck charm." So who knows? If I can get a hold of that short film, maybe we'll watch it on a live stream. I gotta hit him up. Yeah, it's really.
You didn't even tell me. You didn't even tell me on that one. I didn't even know about
it. It's only like 12 minutes long, and it's a short film, but it's
that's
killing.
The way it should be. It shouldn't be longer.
No, he's killing it too. I think he's going to take it to Cannes and all that stuff.
This should be the name of the title right here.
Yes, absolutely.
That's funny. So I love that. I'm actually gonna, after we're done with this, I gotta watch Legends series after I'm done with this. After I'm done watching Legends series, I'm gonna go look up some classic Big A shit because I wanna see that.
Oh, you'll have a lot of fun.
The New York Comic-Con videos are great.
That's the first thing I'm going to.
I begged him to do it again. I was like, "We got to go to Toy Fair because I can get tickets for Toy Fair." I'm like, me and him got to go and just fucking, troll everyone.
There's something about me in that I don't like to bust ball. I like to bust balls of friends. Okay, not to strangers. But when I'm in that goofy Big A outfit, I know how to talk to people and let them in on the joke. That's the key to messing with somebody, in my opinion. You joke with them, but you let them in on the joke. You don't like F with them in a way that's going to be personal. You show them that they can have fun with you. And I had one of the guys that was like, he won a PlayStation 4 at the time. I was like, "I see you just won the big raffle. How's it feel to win?" He's like, I went up there and they called my name and I won. It felt great. I was like, "How's it feel to talk to Big A?" He's like, "Who?" It was
who the hell's Big A?
That's
It's just me.
So good.
No, I love that. And what I think is interesting is you fell into this by accident, and Jerk, you've been creating as a passion, like lifelong, or
Yeah.
where does your story fall into this on the creative aspect?
Well, I have made a bunch of pilots. I have written a bunch of movies. When Amazon Studios first opened up, they were taking open submissions, and I almost sold my one show to them, but they kept me on a fucking line for like 6 months. And after that happened, I was like, I'm fucking done. That's it. Like, broke my fucking heart. So, because I kept calling and they're like, oh, yeah, they fucking love it. They're thinking about buying it, blah, blah, blah. And I had almost sold it to Adult Swim, like when I was in my 20s. So, like, I've been on the cusp like so many times with this fucking stuff. So I was just like, I'm fucking 40. I give up. I was like, I'm just going to go find something. And I found YouTube. But I have done a lot of stuff. Like I actually have a pilot on my members stuff, which is an animated series, but I keep that behind a paywall. You got to pay to watch that one. And I actually have a movie that was on it was shot for the ABCs of Death, but they didn't use it. And then another company bought it called World of Death. And they were associated with bloodydisgusting.com. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It was a huge horror site, like humongous horror site. Like they do conventions, all this shit. And they had a TV deal with Shudder for a long time. So my fucking movie played on Shudder a bunch. Nice. And it's on DVD and shit. Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
Here I am about to brag. I just Googled myself. I just found out I'm on fucking IMDb, baby.
Well,
read it and weep.
You're so cool. God damn you.
You got celebrity.
Filmmaker. I'm not even up there.
Right.
No.
Dana Crawford, if you're watching this from 9th grade, suck on it.
Yeah, look at me now, bitch. But anyway, I needed a new outlet for art, and I still write, I still do stuff for myself, but like this really helps with like the filming stuff. I love to film stuff. I love lighting. I love the production of it all. You know what I mean? I love editing. I love thinking of the shorts all week and deciding what's going to be on the next one. I love shooting the shit. Like it's just everything about it, like just satisfies the artist in me. Like I need to create stuff.
There's no way, and there's
like
no
I don't have kids, and I don't have that shit. You know what I mean? So like I could fill my time with, art and all the things. So
and your review videos, no one has a style and it has a toy and makes it so much fun to see a little toy review than my boy here,
brother.
Thank you. I'm almost jealous, but I'm better looking, so
Yeah, and and you know what? You make your videos in like 20 minutes. And
I listen.
And I toil for like 7 hours editing and, and putting music in and cutting out that last second that's driving me fucking insane.
And that's worse for the show.
Just a different thing.
People like you for that uniqueness, and they like me for
art.
That's why Mega Powers.
Yes, and I love when you're doing a review and you just fucking walk away and you just, like you're gone for like a minute. I'm just like, I love this. I'm like, I never have the balls to just walk away like that. And yeah, I love it. I love it. That's why I love Gaines. He's all heart, man, and everything. That's the real guy. That you're getting what you're seeing. Like that's how he is. We goof in public. Like, this is the man. So I fucking love this guy.
If I could turn back the clock, I would be like I don't know what I would be, but I do consider myself a people person. I love meeting to meet someone new every day, and we just did it again tonight is really awesome because at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna be left with is how you treated people.
Yep.
And I don't care how much money you have, if you're an asshole, you're an asshole.
Yeah. You can't polish a turd even with $100 bill.
No.
I mean, you can't. You're just gonna have a shitty $100 bill.
Yeah, you can try. Like those guys who polish dirt balls for like 500 hours until they're glossy.
But yeah, now that you mention it, the mega powers thing, it does seem legit. It seems like you two were meant to be together.
Yeah, it's
the
weird.
Accidental actor and then the fucking writer and film
very
creator.
It just happened, man.
And man, I'm rooting for you guys now.
Oh.
I'm rooting for y'all to take a fucking weekend and be like, yo, let's fucking meet up somewhere random, film a short fucking film real quick, and then it'll take Jerk 2.5 years to fucking edit it because he's gonna be like, it's not good enough, Gaines.
No, I just won't sleep
enough.
and it'll be done in a week. But yeah, like
Okay, man. I think that's a good idea, man, because I have Optimus. Well, dude, you're gonna be here in a few weeks for the toy show.
Oh yeah.
Optimus has a rig, man. He has a legit, looks like,
Get him here, man.
He has a rig. He has lighting. He has mics. He has everything. If we could just do a short and see where it goes,
Oh, Jesus. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely love to see you guys do something together. I hope it happens.
Oh,
I can't wait. I can't wait. And I also think it sucks that, I mean, I know you said you haven't given up on your dreams. You still write and create for yourself. But, I was an artist, a cartoonist, and I haven't drawn in, fuck, dude, I guess I'm pushing almost a decade now before I said, fuck this shit. I can't ever do it again. But there's always that piece of you that fucking misses it. And
sure,
it's a part of you. So it sucks that you're just like, no, I'm not fucking trying this shit anymore. I'm just going to go off and do something weird or whatever.
Hardest decision I ever made, man, because I dedicated my life to it. You know what I mean? Like, I joke around about it and shit, but seriously, I dedicated like 22 years of my fucking life to it. And I've gotten so close so many times. And I've actually gotten a development deal, but it was like only a couple $1,000. And they got to sit on my property for like a year and I couldn't do anything. And because they just bought it because they were like, oh, this other person wants it.
Yeah.
So I got money, but like, it wasn't about the money. I wanted my fucking show made. You know what I mean?
Baby out there.
I would have taken zero money if they made it. But, and I even told them, I was like, don't give me an advance. Give me this money to make more pilot, and they were like, no, just take the money. And this guy's interested in this guy and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't have an agent and I didn't want one. So like, you just end up getting run around in circles while these guys just buy properties because that's all they do. Like they don't develop them. They just buy them so the other guy couldn't buy them. So it really fucked me up, So and it's not worth it. Like nowadays, there are so many like hands in the pie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless it was me and I financed it myself and nobody could come in and say, oh, you got to put this guy in because, DEI says it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. And I can't shade jokes because it's not funny anymore. Like, so like the place I get to be me and say all the fucked up, raunchy, stupid shit I want to say, I say it here now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that gets that out. So
when I can relate a lot to the creative mind. You're talking about like thinking about shit all the time. This is one of the reasons why I got into toys is because I was able to use them as actors and kind of play out things and do stop motions and things like that. And it's almost like this Twilight Zone thing now where I'm surrounded by toys. I have all the toys to fucking create whatever I want. All these amazing ideas. No fucking time.
Yeah.
Zero.
Burgess Meredith breaking the glasses.
Yeah. It's fucking brutal.
It's weird.
Here's an idea for you. Titan says a Jerk Games movie would be a massive hit with a mouse man campaign.
Oh no! Just cut. That should be the title.
One of you guys out in a mouse man.
I will tell. I'll tell you this. I admire. I used to watch this idiot Doug Walker. He did like movie reviews. His channel awesome, and people say it's cringy and they say it sucks. It doesn't hold up now, but those guys about 10 years ago. They made a movie and they put like every video game YouTuber that was everyone that had a channel basically had a cameo in that movie. Now, how fun would that be if there was a YouTuber movie done well enough and everybody made a cameo? It would be fun to watch. So they have that. You could watch. I think it's called like some Landia, Awesome Landia. They make their own state in America, and it's all the YouTubers. And it may not be great, but it's a nice like time capsule of they can look back on. So it's not a bad idea. I know Mouse Man was kidding, but to have cameos with a bunch of YouTubers in a toy-based YouTube film, it could work. The ultimate toy hunt, where you're looking for some grail, and instead of finding the
beauty
toy,
is we're on the East Coast next to tons of people. So like me,
yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Me and Gaines live near like everybody. I don't want to dox anybody, but we really do live near everybody. We're
weird.
like an hour away from like
I can tell
so many of us concentrated. It's weird.
I can tell Just Jeff is not in the chat anymore because he would be in there screaming about
they made a movie with I heard about this.
Yeah, with Cincy Nerd. Fuck, now I can't think of it. It was just on the tip of my tongue, and he was promoting it last night.
He was.
Yeah, he was in it.
And somebody was a big fan.
In it. Yeah.
Fuck, now I can't remember. I just had it Retro Freaks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there. Yeah, Matthew Madsen. Thank you.
How do you watch Retro Freaks? I got to pay for it on Amazon.
Yeah, I think you can order it from Amazon, like the actual physical copy. I don't know if they have it streaming or not. Maybe Matthew knows.
They probably do. That's like a big thing now. If you're an independent, you.
Well, it's cool that so
like I have friends who sell shitty movies still.
the other side of YouTube is there's a big ego side, and I think that's the only hurdle. So it's cool that they were able to get people together to make a film, because there's a lot of people on this platform that I don't want to name names or get into anything weird and ugly. But it's strange, and I just recently did a video on like we need to do a little better to get along, because there's no. If you have some beef, or like you think that I said something and I was guiding it towards you, we all have access to one another through Instagram, Facebook. You can't message each other on YouTube. It's not that difficult to find one another.
Yeah,
just
you don't
talk
have
the shit
to
out.
cry about in a video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just talk it out.
Be like, I hate you.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about ironing shit out.
It's entertaining, don't get me wrong, but I still think
it is. But I can't play in that realm. That's not my realm. I'm here to be a goof and have fun. Like this is fun time for me. You know what I mean? I look forward to this. I don't come here and be like, oh goddamn Declan Van Helsing, you're shit. You're
stripping down.
I'll tell you why you're shit. And if you don't like them, you're shit. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Celebrate the hobby. The hobby is fun. There's shit for everybody. And
there really is.
I mean, there is. And at the end of the day, we all like plastic fucking toys. So, you know, you want to be a big man, this is what you fucking got. You know what I mean? You got a fucking toy in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Relax. You know?
So it's funny that you said that, because I lost my day off on Friday, but I was actually going to debut a new Mossman clip, called Mossman Explains. And the first thing was going to be Mossman Explains Toy Drama. And I know you were also mentioning this with Punk last night too. And I was just like, I'm like, they are hitting all the points of my Mossman Explains Toy Drama. And I'm like, man, now it's going to be fucking played out.
No. Because it's Mossman. No. It's a different angle. Totally different angle.
No,
Punk is a funny guy. I had a great time with Punk.
We had a great, I had fun.
Yeah, I did too.
I was surprised and happy to see you guys, because, I mean, this is a busy week for both of you. I mean, you're doing 2 shows a week on top of whatever content you're making for your channel. And then you popped into the clubhouse last night. You're doing this tonight. And then you have your stream tomorrow night. Like,
well, it was honestly,
fuck off, dude.
No, it's a lot.
Do that.
Honestly, it was for an amazing cause. And
True.
I felt like shit that day. I was sick. I had to replace like my fucking air pressure tank myself and fucking do the pressure switch. Like, it was a fucking awful day. But as soon as Gaines told me it was for the fucking kids, I was like,
Yeah, I was honored.
I'm on,
Punk,
man.
I was honored. You know, to be able to do something for charity or for kids. I mean, it's make it so easy. I mean, honestly, people donate and you take the donations and you give it. It was perfect. You know.
And it was really nice.
I'm pretty late.
You know what I mean? It was really good.
Let me put Lawrence over one more time. So this guy just did a 36-hour stream where all the super chats and the memberships and any direct donations are all going to Toys for Tots. And he still has those donations open. So if you reach out to Lawrence and you missed out and you're like, hey, I still want to help, he's still taking direct donations until the end of the day. So
perfect.
Reach out to Lawrence and, congratulations on that huge fucking success. I'm sure if you do a stream tomorrow night, Punk, we will hear all about it. Who else is doing a 36-hour stream?
He did a great job, man. And honestly, it is fucking amazing what he did for kids, man.
I know someone who did it to kickstart a toy.
Didn't work. If you ever said that we're doing a 36-hour stream or whatever, I'm gonna tell you to kiss my ass.
No, we're not fucking doing that.
We can do 3 hours. We can do 6 hours.
Dude,
we can press and do 8 hours. But
we can't even stay up for a UFC fight, dude. We fall asleep and pour beers in our laps.
Oh man!
See, here's the thing though. If I didn't watch like the pre-fight, all the pre-match stuff, maybe I could. I just dedicated to the main card, maybe. Yeah. But at 3 o'clock, I'm watching all the pre-fights. So I'm already like 7 hours in by the time the main card starts.
You're a big UFC fan, Aaron? Oh, yeah. Have you been watching? Remember back in how long you been watching it for? Since day one?
Not since day one. I probably started, like maybe like 20, like around 20.
Do you know you could watch him on YouTube? Back in the day, UFC would be like a big fat guy against a little guy in a karate suit. There was no weight limits. It was nuts. No. It was like blood sport.
And they had the crazy Gracies there, dude. I wouldn't want those motherfuckers in the ring.
Gracie would lay on the ground. It was incredible. It was YouTube UFC 1. It is such a good time.
I loved watching the evolution of UFC for the fact that that's how it started with pretty much like a no holds bar. Everybody fights everybody.
Yes.
To when you got to,
Tank Abbott, remember him?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
He was like a bar. He like would leave a bar to go fight.
Yeah.
It's like unbelievable and win.
Yeah, that's the impressive part. He beats people.
Yeah.
But I loved how it evolved.
True. Now it's like they're machines, and it's like they're amazing athletes. Absolutely. But yeah, it does evolve from like a mess to like the well-oiled machine it is now.
Yeah.
And they made toys for him, and McFarlane was making stupid statues for him.
I had a couple of them.
The toys, right? Yeah, they were fun.
Both.
Oh.
That's when I was really when I was really into it. I had to have them.
I forget which fighter it is. It's a Brazilian guy. He like cracked his leg in half. He has like this massive Marvel Legends collection. Tall. They call him he was a great fighter.
Anderson Silva.
Yes, he has an amazing toy collection, man. I was like, that's what's cool about it. Yeah, see, tough guys like toys too. The Spider, that's what's awesome about toys. You never know who has this crazy collection.
Yeah, who's the rapper that always goes to Wayne? I always forget. There's a toy.
Pharoah Monch.
We were trying to get with him. We even offered his own for his own people for a discount code to shop with us.
Yeah,
what happened?
He never reached back out. He followed us very early on. What was that, like 2023? The beginning. It was right before we had Sonny on.
Yeah.
So it was the beginning of last year, and he followed us, and man, that was just such like a a huge day for us. We were like, look at this. This is
love it.
awesome. But yeah, no, he never responded to anything that we sent to him. And I was
No,
like,
it's-
it's fine. He's fucking busy. Whatever.
He's following us. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah, like he'll come around.
He knows what we're doing.
Yeah, he knows what it's about. But could you guys imagine being a UFC fighter and just getting fucking punched in the face all the time? Like the man in me says, oh yeah, I could totally do that. Not now, but like, you know, maybe if I was 20 years younger, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I could go in there and fuck some shit up. Man, watching some of those people, like I watch them come in, and part of my joy of watching UFC is going, how fucked up is that face gonna be when you fucking leave? Let's find out. And then they get punched and they do it in slow motion. And you see their nose bend.
Oh
and,
yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't.
I still love
do
the slow mo video that they show. I think it's I don't remember
head,
what fight it is.
the guy's whole head.
Yeah,
moves.
it's a dude gets, and then the rest of them are like all bug eyed, like holy shit.
I will tell you, I tried amateur boxing just like I tried stand up, and early on, I took a shot, and I was a bar fighter, so I was like, I could do this. I win every bar fight.
With my beer goggles on.
I'm undefeated against guys 5'1" that are overweight. They'll never stop me. My first day, there's this Italian. I'm Italian, but this guy was like the Italian with the hair. He looked like Rocky Balboa. And he's like, kid, you want to spar? He lit like, UFC, there's boxers that train in Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So then they have all them skills combined, right? A boxer that's been doing it for a while will just light you up. And I pretended like I was fine. I was like, I'll never do this shit again.
Oh my God. My ass kicked.
I thought I was going to look like Martin Lawrence in that episode where his head is like this big.
Yeah. It's all flat and bumped everywhere.
I was like, why am I doing this? I was like 30. I'm like, why am I doing this? I could be, sleeping or watching football. So I never, I tried. So I know I've taken a few shots to the head.
Ron Ivey has a 2-1 record.
Nice. I'll get some waitresses.
That's where you gotta have that kind of fucking record,
no waitresses
baby.
and cooks, man. I don't fuck with them, dude.
There used to be a local bar in Newburgh called Pineapple Larry's. And I'm telling you, this is what I understand about men too. There'd be broads everywhere, a one for every guy. Why are you trying to fight? But sure enough, 2 a.m., there would be a fight. And we renamed it Pine Knuckle Larry's because there'd be a fight every single night. And I was in a few of them. And you knew if you were going to Pine Knuckle Larry's, you were either getting laid or getting into a fight. There was no in between. So
oh my God.
good times.
Oh, too funny, man.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
fucking killing me.
Oh, I loved it, man.
Oh, is 87 points of articulation going to Legion's Con? I thought he
Yes.
I thought he lived on the other side of the
I think
world.
he's selling freaking diodes there, man.
I thought he lives in Europe or something. He's coming over to
but
fucking
Legion's
New
Con is
Jersey.
it's a big deal.
You're going to New Jersey?
Yeah.
Like out of all the places you can go
I
to,
just-
you choose New Jersey.
I just find it funny. Like that, it is like the most white bread area of
He li-
fucking New Jersey.
He lives
It's
in
so
Indonesia. That's awesome.
That's crazy. Well, safe travels, man. I can't wait to see when you fucking get here, man.
He's selling like castles there.
Yeah, something, man. I know he's
Yeah.
fucking doing those beautiful diodes, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he does some absolutely amazing work.
Insane.
I don't know how he plans on shipping all that, but
Mm.
getting it there, that sounds fucking awful.
Not too far from the airport where he's at, so it's not horrible if he has to fucking pick it up there. So
Yeah.
it's all just right there anyway.
So, Jerk, I forgot to give you your shout out for making tonight's thumbnail.
Oh,
And-
no worries.
And I was like, that's a dude who appreciates his own brand. He's like, no, Fred. I've seen your work. I got you covered on this one. I got you covered. And so for the longest time, I'm like, just for like the members or just to have some sort of content on YouTube, I'm just like, oh, well, what if I made a video about my process of making the thumbnails? And I was like, well, this one's perfect, right? You just start with a blank canvas and then you hit up Jerk. Like, you want to come on the show? Yeah, let me make the thumbnail. I'm like, cool, done.
It's always a nice thing.
It saved me so much fucking time this week. Look,
honestly, I make them so much now, it's like lightning. I can get them done in like 10 minutes.
They were funny, man. Aaron as Roadblock was freaking perfect.
Oh, I just always laugh at the end. Like if I can amuse myself, hopefully other people are laughing at them. So.
I'm glad the truth came out. I was gonna give Ted some credit. I'm like, man, you got pretty nice. And then I'm like, oh. As I'm hearing the story, I'm like, fuck you, Ted. Hey, George, great job, man.
Great job, George.
Catching my fine features, I shade a couple pounds, so I'm not as muscular.
Yeah.
It's a gun show.
Well,
a little bit this way, a little bit that way.
You guys talk about how much work it takes to be a YouTuber. Like your 15 to 30 minute video doesn't just fucking happen. Like that takes hours. And like the shit at the beginning of the show, that 30 fucking seconds, like that literally takes me fucking 4 hours some weeks. So just saving the time of not having to do the thumbnail, man. Fucking love it.
Anytime.
And dude, I don't have many videos in the review world. It's just me in a camera, and you're there to be in the room with me. But I made a video I'm actually proud of, and it got like no views. So that's the other thing that's like, when you put your heart into something, to take time, you want people to see it.
It happens.
Doesn't it kill you though when you sit there for like 7 hours?
Yeah, that's my issue. Like, why I never I have a video that's on my computer right now. I edited it as best as my editing abilities will allow me to do. But I'm like, man, my fear is I posted and just no one watches it, or like it's me that watches it and it's like, oh yeah, I did it. But then like at the same time, I realized I talked to Ted when we started this YouTube thing. I'm like, look, the videos that you take the time, you edit it up real good, you put some cuts in, you add some funny stuff, you make the thumbnail super sweet, and you get like 30 views. One comment. Yeah. But the one that you took like at Walmart, and you're like on your phone, and you just like whip it up real quick, Aaron, it gets like 10,000 views.
Aaron,
well, what the fuck?
And this note. So I got Wolverine from X-Men 97, and I had no idea I had him early or whatever the hell. I never get anything early. Aaron, I was like, I love this Wolverine, but I also love the cell shaded one still. So I had a comparison vid, and next I had like 9,000 views in like a week. I was like, what the? And I put no effort into it because I didn't think anyone was gonna care. It's a common character that everyone will buy the figure. And I was like, well, shit, if I would have known 10,000 eyeballs were going to be on it, I would have hammed it up, maybe shot it differently, edited it better. So it's really, I guess you got to go into every video, maybe giving it your all.
Yeah, I do. And, sometimes, the 9 hours of work wasn't fucking worth it, but at least.
Like your Alien video. Your Alien video was like, I sat there in my bed watching it like it was a documentary.
Yeah, nobody watched that one. And like that was the video I fucking loved making. And
I know, it was awesome.
I was like, I shot all those photos and blended them with the fucking movie for the short. And I was like, I feel like it felt so good. I was like, this is art. I love it.
I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah, and then like 4 people watch it. I'm like, well, it wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna say that. Like, thankfully, I'm at a point where even when one of my videos does bad, like if you hear me crying over 1,000 views, I'm a fucking idiot. So like,
that's a nice luxury.
It's just you wanted to hit the levels that your normal stuff does. But like, I could do a G.I. Joe, I'll get a lot of views, and then I will turn around, do a Mezco. It will take me 5 times longer to do everything. Yeah, and then it gets quarter of the views.
I swear.
But I love what I'm working with. I don't give a fuck if one video takes me an hour to film or if one takes me 15 minutes to film. Like, I will put the same amount of care, even if I know people don't give a fuck. So
I get so I have last year, my top figures of 2023, right? I swear to you, I don't say this about anything I do in this landscape of video making. It's the best fucking video I've ever seen for toys. And I was like,
great.
no one watched it.
I know, it was great. I know you were so excited. I was
It's
like,
all, listen, I never say this about myself as far as, YouTube videos. It's awesome. It's an awesome goddamn video. But you win some, you lose some, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I just give every video my all.
Yeah.
But
you know, though, in the Toyscape, if you get, I don't know what Joe is coming out. Say you get Nemesis Enforcer. If you got him 2 weeks from now, know damn well you're going to get them hits.
Yeah, but I could do nothing. I could just open it live and get that amount.
True. At least you still put the effort into it.
But I will still put the same amount of effort in because that's my brand. And
that's your brand.
I don't feel good unless it's to that point. Like when you see the video, I feel okay about it now. You know what I mean? But always know when you see a 12-minute video from me, I filmed for like 45 minutes to an hour. And I cut a lot of shit out of that to give you what you got. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Like, it's not what you think it is. Like,
I think you should do a
raw. It's different. So
show us the secret sauce one day. I know Angry Video Game Nerd did that once, and it was very interesting. He got a lot of shit for it, but it was also very interesting.
Yeah, I would just say like it's all in the editing. You know what I mean? Like I'm a terrible. When I first started, I'm a terrible performer. Like you watch my first 10 videos, I am fucking vanilla. I'm stale.
Yeah.
I'm funny and I say stupid shit that's uncommon and there's something there, but it took a long time to get
your groove.
Well, to be
the jerk you are now.
Well, to be okay in front of people because I always wanted to be the guy behind the camera. I never wanted to be in front. But this is different because I'm me. You know what I mean? I'm not playing a fucking role. This is, this is how I am.
We're all looking forward to that. I will have my notification bells set.
It's gonna be 2034, so that's the key. It's not.
You gotta wait 10 years.
Technology isn't there yet. I don't.
Another decade. Yeah, you might get your dick bit off now. You know what I mean? A malfunctioning robot. You don't need that.
Right.
But so I find everything you guys are saying relatable because the Moss Man videos is some of the few pieces of content we've actually put onto the channel, and the Moss Man videos have become more famous for being commercials for us on a Punk with Toys channel. And everyone's like, oh yeah, Moss Man, we fucking love Moss Man. And everyone's like, Ted, you need to make more fucking Moss Man videos. But there's 3 Moss Man fucking videos there that nobody fucking watched. And I'm just like,
because now promised the people so much more Moss Man, yet you have not delivered.
And I get it. So like people go in there and they're like, oh my God, this quality is trash. It was made intentionally to be bad. They're like, oh, I could see his hands. I'm like, that was the point. God. It was supposed to be like, look, I'm playing with my fucking toy, and nobody got the joke. But everyone loved Moss Man. So I was just like, so now whenever I do Moss Man, I'm like, I gotta hide my hand or else they're gonna fucking shit all over me, I guess.
Don't compromise, brother. Do it the way you want. Because honestly, look at me. I've been doing it exactly the way I want. And I've stuck to my fucking guns. And I haven't started beefs to get more numbers. And I haven't done all the bullshit you do, like clickbait videos and shit. If you stay true to yourself, it might take a fucking little longer, but you'll get there. You know what I mean? Because I don't cause fucking drama. I don't call people out. I don't shit on things to get views. And I'm here. You know what I mean? Because I'm genuine. I'm me. I'm not trying to, fill some kind of fucking stupid YouTube role. You know what I mean?
I think that Jerk translated well for people who enjoy the podcast because it's an organic growth and they're not there for any bullshit. They're not there to see a shit on something or to start bullshit. They're there to just see 2 guys or 3 guys rather on Thursday. Have fun talking about the things we love. So
yeah. And I think that's why it all works and people like to come and see because We're just being us,
Mhm.
and we're not trying to start drama. We're not,
Yeah.
we're just here to have a good time and have, make you forget about your
Yeah.
shitty fucking day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we all have a shitty day, and it's nice to just come home and laugh and talk about the fucking shit you love. Like, it's amazing. That's
Really, it
why I
really is.
would rather do this now than film make,
And
because
and
I enjoy every aspect of this.
and 78 points is right. We don't chill either. We may like something a lot, but if that price point is stupid, or if it doesn't come with enough accessories, or for some reason something is off, we're gonna.
Yeah, I blast everything. I mean, I kissed Monster Force's ass, and
You really did.
no,
You,
they had a blown carabiner. I have a fucked up carabiner on the figure, and you didn't hear me go, "Oh, you bitches, you fucked everything up because my carabiner's bad." No, it's like, it's fucked up. Let's move on to the next part. You know what I mean? It's like, why sit there and harp? You know what I mean? So,
well, this 2 hours fucking flew by. I have really fucking enjoyed having you guys on, and very similar to when we talked and hung out with Legend series. I just want to keep you guys around all the time now. Like, I want to get you guys once a month or something. So what would you guys like to promote? Jerk, I know you have a big day tomorrow, but what would you guys like to promote for the people watching?
I'll go first. I would say we have Monday Night Raw tomorrow. We have It's Chad, Zakanin, and JMK Custom Works. And it's also my motherfucking birthday. So come hang out. We're going to have a little birthday bash and have a good time as usual. So
does that make you a Scorpio, or do you fall on the line?
Yeah, I am a Scorpio.
Cool. My birthday's Saturday. I'm also a Scorpio.
Happy fucking birthday,
I fucking love being a fucking Scorpio. So
yeah,
my son will soon understand the Scorpio life. He's too young to understand.
Born under the best sign, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. All those other signs are literal garbage. Like Scorpio's the fucking best. I don't care what any of y'all say. Come fight me.
Anyway, so the real show.
I love it.
I love you.
All right, Gaines, what would you like to promote?
Listen. I just post randomly, man. I tried to have a theme with like matchup Mondays and this and that Wednesdays and jerk off Fridays. I just subscribe, and if you like me, stick around. If not, it's cool. And of course, my jam is Mega Powers podcast on Thursday, as Jerk already stated. I am gonna make that damn. Do me a favor, everyone in chat, look up 1994 and then hit me up on Instagram. And if you agree, we'll talk about it, because I'm very curious. Hit me up, Aaron.
We can have a whole conversation about this. You say when, I'll make it happen. Because this list is amazing.
It's crazy. And I have I looked up into theories as to why. I have a whole thing. I know I talk about tits and sex bots, but there's a tiny brain in here, and sometimes it works. With that being said, thank you for this. This was very fun, and I'm glad to finally meet you gentlemen in person, somewhat person.
Yeah. This is a person Aaron and I get anymore.
Listen, we wanted to bring the hard hitting questions, and just fucking have fun, man.
Oh yeah,
that's what it's all about, man.
This show was fucking fun.
Yeah, it was great. It was fun.
We railed from the first start, and we loved every second. We just drove that bitch.
We bring our madness.
Like, you know what? I can't anymore. I'm going upstairs.
Bring our madness wherever we go.
She's like, what's wrong with our marriage? Why do we need sex? I said, like, I don't know.
My boy Casey.
Aaron, what would you like to promote?
You hit it on the top of the nail at the beginning of the show. We added a shit ton of stuff to our clearance section. November is going to be a hot month with a lot of new shite coming in. So out with the old and in with the new. So like you said, if you want to get your hands and try out some of these lovely Joy toys, a lot of them are like $15 right now. So gobble them up while you can. The Four Horsemen 2024 retail exclusives will be landing in November, along with Action Force Series 5. Also, Mr. Wonderful and I, who he may still be in the chat, or maybe he fell asleep. This week we'll be getting our prediction video up for Crown Jewel over on the 1-2 Kickout podcast. So for all you wrestling fans, you want to talk some wrestlings, that's the place to go.
Awesome. So reminder to everybody, no show next week, mainly because it's Aaron's son's birthday, and I don't think he should have to work on that day. Secondly, my birthday is the day before, and I'm not as much of a man as Jerk here, because I'm going to get chocolate wasted and then not want to do a show the next day. So props to you for working on your birthday, man.
I'm a machine. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't take breaks.
And then, so make sure you subscribe to both of these channels. The links are in the description. Both of them produce amazing content. And, you know, if you just need something new in the toy YouTube world to watch, just get on it. And next week, if you miss us, just rewatch this show. Rewatch this one right now. Like, just watch it again. Yeah. That's
Take a shower to it.
Watch it 2 or 3 times.
Start random inventions of the sex bots while you're listening to this. And
You'll have a good time.
That is the move. All right, guys, I could talk with you all fucking night, but I am going to release you both back to the wild. And I will be tuning in tomorrow night watching you. And then I'll be going over to watch A Punk with Toys. And yeah, I will see you guys in the chats. Love you all. We'll be back in 2 weeks. See ya.